Hi, and welcome to our Halloween house. I want to thank all of my TikTok followers for all their inspiration and great ideas. This house has been my favourite so far, and this is my 80th build, but we're building this from scratch. We've got no instructions, we've got to work out scales, we've got to work out heights, and we're doing it. And I tell you what, like I said, it's my favourite so far. So I'm going to get behind the scenes and I'm going to show you and tell you all about the journey that we've had so far. Let me get behind here. We're going to start off in the dining room. The dining room is where we started, and we started off with the curtains. Now what I did was I went down to our local thrift store and I found this old material and I thought, brilliant. Brilliant for an old sort of haunted house style house. So what I did was I painted the outside of the house. Firstly, when we got the house, I built the house and I painted the outside just roughly in black because we will get to the outside eventually. Inside, I've just laid this wallpaper down. On the flooring on this side, I've laid like contact sticky back paper as well for the flooring. And on this side, I had an old mat that I cut up as carpet for this side of the floor. So the first thing I did was just a bit of black paint with water, just give the walls a bit of a black watery wash, wipe it off, make it look a bit dirtier. The curtains. I grabbed the curtains, as I said, just a piece like this. Doesn't matter about the fraying because it's a haunted house style. All I did was just pleat it up 3 times and that was my curtain. And I just glued it. That was the curtain ready to go. The pelmet at the top, I had a skinnier piece that I folded into the centre and into the centre, and that made the thicker piece. Then all I did was cut it to the size I needed it, folded it at both ends and glued it to the wall. And also I put a bit of the round dowel above the top. I painted it brown. I put that on the wall as well. So the curtain pelmet stuck to the end of that. The curtains also stuck to these. Then I had a bit of gold trim ribbon that I could put around the curtains as the tie backs for the windows. The dining table. Now, everything that we're making in here, we're trying to reuse, recycle a lot of the kit as well. So the dining table in this house, it came with these divider walls. I'm not using the divider walls, so I cut the top off one, and one ended up being my dining table. I cut these off as well, and it ended up being the dining table top. Now the dining table, I am so proud of this dining table. I have to bring this cupboard over and I'll explain why. This dining table. This is a fishnet stocking for a Halloween dress-up costume. And I just cut it open, put it over the tablecloth as the tablecloth. A bit of gold fabric as a runner, and a little bit of red furry string that I got from the local craft store for 50 cents. Went along the middle. Then I had these. I got a Halloween kit from AliExpress. And in it were the skulls. Now the eyes in the skulls are little diamond art gems and they fit in perfectly. Then I thought I need some candles. I had a 6 string of lights. I thought, well, a 6 string of lights, that's it. So I got 6 little lollipop sticks, the little paper sticks that you have put candy on the end. I cut 6 of them. I put 2 on top of the skull heads for the centre and 4 for the little ones for the other. Ran the string of lights up behind each candle and that lit them up. The spider in the middle here and the cobweb, that's just glue string, and I put a spider in the middle that came with the kit. The cauldrons also came in the kit. In the cauldrons are the brown clay, the air dry clay, with some green wire for the worms, little pearl dots for eyeballs, and just some red dots of paint. The goblets were clear, and I painted them with just a silver pen and then put some red paint inside them. The spoons and forks were a plastic kit that I had. The little placemats, they're just little squares of wood that I had that I put some gold paper on top and cut around them. So for the dining room table, that looks fantastic. But the problem was, where was I going to put the light pack? I tried to put it under the table. It didn't work. It kept falling down. So I had this little cupboard and it was empty underneath. That circle bit of wood was from a bicycle tyre I had to use, and I kept for a template for a circle one day, but it fit that battery pack in perfect, and that cupboard was empty underneath, so we put that battery pack straight in there. I just dirtied it up a bit with some black watery paint wash, and this was actually the bathroom sink. I just put a plant in the top in that sink part that they had. Now, for that battery pack, what do we do with that now? What I'm going to do is I'm going to Velcro this to that wall under the window there, and that is going to be able to be removed, pulled off the wall and pulled out the door if I need to change the batteries, and then I can put it back and Velcro it back in place. I'm going to put a mat under the table here so I can just feed the wires back in again if I have to take the battery out to change them. The little chairs, as I said, we're recycling everything. These are the veranda barriers. You can see one just through that window there on the veranda outside there. These parts here are the legs of the chair. This part in the centre here, half of that is that centre rung there in the middle of the chair there for that centre bit. And this top bit is this cut in half. The dowels at the end were the skinny dowel sticks that I stuck two together to make it the right width and cut them to size. The two rectangles underneath the seat were rectangles out of the window that fit perfect for the size that we were going to make it. These little bits were the little bits of wood that popped out of here where the veranda and that are poking through. Even with the cushion is even made out of the foam that come in the box. And the fabric, once again, just covered it. It made the chair perfect. So we made 4 chairs to go with the table, which I'm so proud of. I love that table. I love the details that we've done. And I tell you what, I dream about this build. Over the back there, that skeleton, that's just one that I found in a pack, a garland of the skeletons. So we've just shoved one over the back there. He fits there perfect, and his feet actually touch the floor, if you can see down the bottom of the curtain there, right at the back. So he fits in there perfect. Now over to the lounge room. I love this lounge room, guys. I'll tell you what. Let's start over here. Sorry, I'm going to try and get this camera to stand up. Okay, so the mummy. The mummy I made out of air dry clay. We let him dry overnight, so I didn't squash him to pieces when I had to wrap him in the bandage. Then we wrapped him in white bandage. Then I had that Halloween-y blood-stained bandage that we just sort of looped around him. Now, he was a bit short, so I just, out of all my scrap wood, I found some wood that would make a little box for him to stand on. So he's standing on a little wooden box there, and he's loving life. Over in the back corner over here, oh, sorry, that was my battery pack just went in. Over in the back corner, those corner shelves were the insides of those windows up there. And the 3 bottles that you can see, the top one's a blood bottle, the next one's eyeballs, and the next one's like sawdust. And they came in that Halloween kit that I got from AliExpress again. Sorry, just plugging you back in. And I then glued the shelves onto the lid of the bottle to make the height for the next shelf. I ran the lights up behind them. There's another light that comes right up the top here. These ones are going to stick to the roof, so that's why they're hanging like that at the moment. So to cover that one coming up to the roof, I just put the plant all the way up and draped the plant over the curtain as well. Same curtains as the dining room. The lounge was made out of the foam, out of the box again. At first I did, I'll bring it back over here. At first I did wrap the foam in the black satin material, and I didn't like how it looked. So then I cut it again and we actually stuffed it. I'm going to try to hold you now for a minute. And then the base is foam, the back is foam, and the 2 side arms of the foam. I had these little beads. There's 3 little beads on top of each other for each leg. And the little pillows out of the same material as the curtain. And that throw rug is just another bit of material that I got from the thrift store. Same with the single chair over there, and I put a book on the armrest of that. Now over in this corner over here, there's a light. If you can see that black thing behind the plant, that's a light that I've had to cover up with electrical wire. So I didn't like that corner there because you could see it. But I made that plant pot out of the air dry clay. And that was actually one of my fake plants that I just cut a big chunk off. And that's that plant over there. So if you're ever running low on your plants, go and look around your house. I'm sure you'll find some. This coffee table, I love this coffee table. It was just 2 skulls that I got in a bag of skulls for Halloween. I put a bit of plastic on top. I put the gold rim around the outside, but I didn't like how it looked with the glue and the plastic. So this fringe was the fringe around the hem of the black satin material for the lounge. So I just put that underneath the table, and it made 100% difference. The goblets, same as the table, where they were clear. I coloured them in with a silver pen and put the red paint inside. I made the book out of some of my spare books that I had, and just a little round simple pot I made and put all greenery in it. The fireplace, here we go. Look at this. I'll try and get you as straight as we can. The fireplace, look at that. Now, as I said, we've been reusing things. Sorry, I haven't got you steady at the moment. So out of this kit, as I said, this was the outside frame for the windows. So I cut one of those for the fireplace. Now it was too big, so I cut off the bottom a bit, either side. Then I used that top bit as the mantelpiece. But I put a bit of cardboard through so I could poke 2 lights up, but also have backing for whatever was going on top. Could sit on the cardboard as well and not just an open hole at the back. I used cardboard for the sides of the archway, and then I put gap filler on, and I broke up an egg carton and put it all over because the inside of the egg carton is that textured type of cobblestoney look. And I just got the black paint wash and darkened it up. The spider web is just glue strings, and put the spider in, stick the spider to it, it's glue. The fireplace. Now that circle that we had before for the other light pack, I used the second circle for the 2 rounded bits that hold the wood. That black bit you can see is half of the circle. Then I went outside. I found all these sticks from outside. The cellophane is orange, red and yellow together with just a light stuck in the middle of it. The plastic sticks on the outside of the cauldron, they are from the Halloweeny kit that I got. And the cauldron, the same as the kitchen table where we put the, it's on a toothpick that goes across that fit through the little handles. And it's got the clay, the wire and the pearls for the eyeballs. On top, the pumpkin and the skull and the crystal ball in the middle came with the kit. From the Halloween kit from AliExpress. Now these lights, I had a 20 string of lights and they're like that. So they're actually giving me the light stands. So they just came up, they poked between that arched bottom and the cardboard. And then I had these silver sort of star-shaped beads, bigger type beads that could fit down the bottom. And I just put the wire around either side. It stood the light up. I just made a simple shade to go over the top of it. The purple and orange were the same as what I said before, a glue stick coloured in with a Sharpie, just to as far as you want it, and then a silver bead on top to make it look like the lid. Oops, sorry. The skull, once again, I tried the diamond art beads, but they were too small in that one. It's a bit bigger than the black skull from the table, so I had to put paint in there. The black ladle there was just one out of a kitchen plastic kit that I had. It was red. I just painted it black and I put a bit of silver wire in it so it looks like it's on a hook. The straw broom was out of the Halloween kit too. Now this box here, I am so proud of this box. Because we had the light switch and it was the 20 string light switch, where were we going to put the light box? It's under here. And it's Velcroed to the floor, just like we're going to Velcro that box to the front wall under the window. And I made this just out of the ice cream sticks, paddle pop sticks, cut them to the length I needed them to cover the battery box. Then the skinnier ones were these ones. And then we put a false flooring in so the battery pack can sit out under there. I broke that bottom one off so that we can put it over the top. We've put some logs in there, and the axe is a bit of the curtain rod dowel that we didn't need as long here. And the air dry clay made the axe head and some red paint. And that now just sits straight over the top of that battery pack. You don't even know that battery pack's there once you fix that wire up properly, which I can't do at the moment. There we go. And it just sits down. And I just love that idea. I think that's brilliant. The signs were stickers that I got from one of our local shops. And I've just cut them out, put them on cardboard, made a black texture rim around the outside. And then we've cut a strip of gold to go all around the outside so that they're off from the wall. And this is an air dry clay pot I made with all of my scrap bits of flowers, a lot of my scrap bits of flowers that I had, all just shoved in the one pot, a mixture of them. So I am so proud of this kit. And where we go from here, even when the lights are off, look at that. It's just amazing what you can do when you put your mind to it, isn't it? Now, where we go from here is the next stage. We're going to put the second story up, and we're going to run the lights and put light shades up. And all these lights are going to be for the first floor roof. The next part should be the kitchen, but I'm drawing a blank. I have to move on until I get some inspiration for the kitchen. I did have a wooden doll kit that I could use, but I don't like it. I want to build our own like we have so far. So that is just going to have to wait. We're going to move on to the second story now. We're going to do that. On the second story, there's going to be a master bedroom, a bathroom, a kid's bedroom, and an office. So we're going to move on. We're going to start on the kids' bedroom. But the first thing first is put the second story floor up and run all the lights for under the first story. But I'm so proud of it, guys. I want to thank all of my TikTok followers for all of your advice. My TikTok lives are at 12 noon Sydney, Australia time and 8:30 p.m. Sydney, Australia time. Most days of the week, both times. So if you can, if you do have TikTok and you'd love to come and join me, please do and give some inspiration. Once I get going with a thought, I'm into it and there's no stopping me. Look at that beautiful fireplace, that amazing wood box that I'm so proud of. And as I said, I don't even need to move it to turn the lights on. And that dining room table I'm so proud of too. So come and join me soon, guys. Hopefully you will. Thank you so much for all your love and support and inspiration to do this. It's my favourite kit so far. I hope I haven't cut my head off in this because I have no idea where that camera's facing. Oh, well, wish me luck. Hopefully I'm there. And one day, guys, if you can join me, I would love that. Take care. Have a great shaky day. I'll give you another update when we get a bit further along. But this is so far, and I'm enjoying every step of the way. I love you all. Take care. Have a great day, and I will see you all soon. Bye, guys.